Any direction, big or small. Now after taking that first step, you're now in the unknown. What does that feel like? Look around and see who is next to you. See where you are. And now I want you to take your second step. Each time you take a step, you make a choice. And each choice you make in life have consequences. I really want you to think about that for a second. Now take your third step. Each of us has his or her own pattern of movements in this world. You have taken 3 steps so far. Have these 3 steps unfold a pattern of movement that you recognize as your characteristics of how you move in life? All right, I now want you to take your next step. Remember, there is no way that we can get everything that we want in life. You will have to make choices in life, and each step you take is a choice. It is your choice. Remember that. Now take another step. Only one step. Thank you for not talking. In any direction. And see how you feel in this new position that you find yourself. Now before you take the next step, see if you can make a decision as to what kind of step you're going to take and in which direction. And then when I ask you, see if you can get in touch with your will of action, and see what that feels like. Now take that step. And now will you take another step, please? Here's the thing. Each of us has their own pattern of avoidance. Can you become aware of what you are avoiding thus far in life? Now take another step, please. Here's a question. Are you doing what you really want to do? Or are you doing what you think you ought to do? Are you doing what you believe is expected of you? Now, take another step, please. Ask yourself, how satisfied are you so far with the steps that you have taken? Are there some kind of steps that you haven't taken yet, but which you might find more satisfying? Think about that for a second. Now take another step. And another. Probably some of you tend to take the initiative, and some of you tend to follow, responding to the initiative of others. What does this observation mean to you? Now take another step, please. I want you now to notice the position that you find yourself in, and note whether it is satisfying or not. Be aware that this is where you have put yourself. Can you take responsibility for the position that you find yourself in? And now take another step, please. And another. Now someone once said, people must make their own decision about what is most important to them. Does this make sense to you? In the steps that you have taken so far, have you been considering what is most important to you? Now take another step. Here's the beauty of life. Everyone you meet in his or her own way is very valuable to you. Do the steps that you have taken so far reflect this in your life? Take a moment to think about that. And now take another step. Thank you for that thought. Each of us has only a limited number of steps in this world in our lives. Think about that. And now take another step. Here is something that's going to happen at some point in time in your life. You now only have 5 more steps left. I want that to sink in. Someone says to me, you only have 5 more steps left in life. Think about that for a second. Only 5 more steps. What does that mean to you? Would you take the first step of your remaining 5 steps, please? And now take the second of your remaining 5 steps, please. I want you to think about this. You only have 3 more steps left. Just let that sink in for a second. And now take another step. You only have 2 more steps left. At this moment, if you're comfortable, please close your eyes. Were these steps that you've taken, that you've acknowledged, really reflects who you are and where you want to step? Because each step that you take in life is your step. It's a consequence. It's how you move through life. And now open your eyes and take your next to the last step. Knowing now that you only have 1 step left. Think over what you wanted to do with your remaining step. It's a hard question. Do you regret having taken steps thus far? With 1 step remaining, can you now forgive yourself, truly forgive yourself for not having taken the steps that you wanted to take? And now please take your final step. And let the experience just last for a moment. Where are you in relation to others? Not just in this room, but in life. Where are you in relation to yourself? Thank you for coming on this journey with me, understanding that each step that you take is how you move through life. Thank you.